them. And it was a love affair. And I thought someday it'd make a great movie. It's unbelievable. Some of the greatest runners in the history of United States track and field are standing behind me. And they were all friends of Eric's. Most of them competed against him at one time or another. Eric inspired an entire generation of runners. And the thing about it, whatever he accomplished as a runner, and 30 years later he still holds American records and world records, high school records and world records for his age. Whatever he accomplished as a runner, there are just two quick stories that I'd like to share. One was the other day I happened to ask Moira Miller, how many people in life have you met where nobody dislikes them, everybody likes them? This was just about 3 days ago, and so she thinks, and she says, well, there was only one, Eric Hulst. And he had a twinkle in his eye and a smile on his face every single day. And for all his great accomplishments, he was a blue-collar guy. He was right in there with his students here at Laguna Beach High School, his friends, very unpretentious. And he traveled the world over because of his running prowess. But at the core of his character, he never changed. He was just a great human being. And then the last story, which actually a fellow named Joe Young emailed Ralph Cerna here, and this was something I was there, but I didn't know about it. Joe Young went to Costa Mesa High School and ran about 4:25 to 4:27 as a junior, but was injured his senior year and didn't run. But I kept track of the local high school guys, and I wrote them a letter, and Joe decided to come to UC Irvine. So at that time, I had a qualifying standard for cross country that the boys, the first day of practice, had to run 9:20 on the track for 2 miles to be in the cross country program, because I didn't want to have to monitor their summer running, and it was our program's goal to be national champions every year. So Joe Young and Eric Hulst happened to sit down next to one another, and Joe confided in Eric that if I really want to be on the team, but I'm not sure I can run 9:20. And something Joe didn't tell Eric was that he had made up his mind that if he didn't run 9:20, he told Ralph Cerna this, he would never run competitively again. So Eric told Joe, he says, sure you can do it, Joe. He says, when the race starts, just tuck in behind me. I'll break the wind for you, and I know what it feels like to carry a 9:20 pace, and we'll do it together. So the qualifying time trial started. Joe tucked in behind Eric, and with 3 laps to go, Joe was hurting. But he focused on Eric's jersey and somehow managed to stay in close proximity over the next 2 laps. With 1 lap to go, Eric swung wide, Joe came up, and Eric ran on his shoulder and talked to him all the way around the last lap, and they came across the finish line together, 9:19, 1:27. So that really tells it all about Eric Hulst. To my former athletes and the people in Laguna Beach and all of you that are competing, I know fame is fleeting and a lot of you don't know this name, but believe me, this track is being dedicated to a warrior, somebody that you should all look up to and find inspiration in. If you ever get a chance, you can get on the internet and you can still see some of his races. God bless you all. And now I want to introduce my close friend and colleague. We coached together for 7 years. Great coach in his own right, Jim Toomey.